Hey guys, Lacey and Steve from Duo Reacts.
Steve and Lacey.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching The Walking Dead with us.
TWD, Season 3, Episode 15.
This Sorrowful Life. And as you can see, I tried to move our little sign here so you could see it more, but then our light that we have, glares off of it, so I might need to move it again. I don't know.
You can see the 15, kind of.
You can see the 15. You can see what episode it is, just not what season it is, but...
So this is This Sorrowful Life.
Yeah, this is the episode before the season finale, so I'm assuming it's going to set up for, that big ending. Which I'm assuming is going to be like a showdown between the prison group and Woodbury.
Yep.
In the last episode, we see Andrea is basically stalked by the governor, Philip.
Mr. Creep.
She's his prey, and somehow he still manages to get her. I'm like... There's so many places to hide, right? She could be anywhere, and he just knows exactly where she is at all times.
He smells her scent. His eye, when the eyes go...
He's got that bloodhound nose
When the eyes go, the other senses pick up, like hearing and smelling.
Yeah. He when he lost the eye, he picked up the sense of smell. Yeah, right. That's what it is. He's like, I smell that perfume from a mile away.
I don't think there's much to really talk about going into this, because we kind of know what's up. So,
yeah, absolutely.
We're getting towards the end of season 3, so I say let's get right into it.
All right, let's do it.
Duo it. It's an ugly son of a bitch.
It's the only way. You don't tell him. Not till after.
He's gonna do it, isn't he?
Tell her we need to talk.
Yep.
Wait for the others.
I think it's a bad idea, Rick. Bad idea.
No. No, it isn't.
See, he doesn't seem too happy about this decision. Herschel.
We need someone else. I'll talk to him. I'll do it.
Merle?
I'll go with you. No. Just me.
Need him for what?
Do you even know why you do the things you do? The choices you make?
Why are you the way you are? Do you have an explanation? No.
I'm curious what his answer is going to be.
His answer is nothing.
If we give the governor Michonne, Woodbury stands down. We need your help with that.
How could he possibly make anything quiet?
You ain't told any of the others, huh? You go on. Give him that girl. You ain't gonna kill her, you know. Just gonna do things to her. Probably take out one of her eyes. Both of them, most likely. You let that happen for a shot.
Merle knows that it's bullshit, too.
You're cold as ice, Officer Friendly.
Wow.
You don't need wire, not rope, nothing you could chew through. You know something? You're right. I don't know why I do the things I do. Never did. I'm a damn mystery to me.
Sounds like an honest answer, though.
I know you, Rick. Yeah, I thought a lot about you. You ain't got the spine for it.
We need to get her to the governor by noon.
But what does he need Merle's help with?
Taking her. That's what because...
Why? Because they're gonna need, tough people. He's gotta know that it's a trap, though.
Well, Merle's not one to kind of hold back. And I thought he did a pretty good job making Rick really think about what the hell he's doing.
Going to torture that girl. He's not gonna kill her.
For a shot.
Yeah.
Are you with us?
I'm here for my brother.
Well, he's here for us. It's not time to do shots. Time to pick a damn side.
You
ain't
tell
like
him.
you was back in the camp.
No, she ain't.
Little mouse running around, scared of her own shadow.
It wasn't my shadow, it was my husband's.
Well, you don't seem scared of nothing anymore.
She's grown.
I'm not.
She's not scared of nothing, she says.
You're a late bloomer.
Well, at least she bloomed. Ooh. That got him thinking.
Carol.
You see Merle around?
Huh.
What you doing down here?
Yeah, just looking for a little crystal, man.
Why is he avoiding that area?
Yeah, I know.
He's hiding something?
Yeah.
Shouldn't mess my... He ain't got the stomach. He's gonna buckle, you know that, right?
Yeah. If he does, he does.
You want him?
Daryl's like, I want him to.
Whatever he says goes.
Do you even possess a pair of balls, little brother? Are they even attached? I mean, if they are, they belong to you. What happened to you?
What happened with you and Glenn and Maggie?
I've done worse. Things are different now. Y'all people look at me like I'm the devil. Grabbing up those lovebirds like that, huh?
Maybe quit
Now y'all
acting
want to
like
do the
it.
same damn thing I did. Snatch someone up and deliver them to the governor. Just like me.
I mean, he makes a good point right there.
Anymore, man.
You guys are kind of doing the same thing right now.
Or thinking
Maybe
the
just
same
people
Or
way.
need
thinking
somebody
about
like me
doing
around.
that. Making
Cause
plans.
they're dirty work.
Of the wicked.
He shall deliver
It's like
thee
old
from the
Lori
snare
there.
of the
Pregnant
fowler,
Lori, not
and from the
Lori
noisome
and
Oh, I
White.
remembered her.
I'm just wondering if that means something,
He
that
shall
he's
cover
seeing
thee,
her in
and
that
under his
form.
wings
You know what I mean?
shalt thou trust. What I would do to keep you two safe. Right? What you're about to do.
I can't.
He can't.
I won't.
Good. And I think Herschel was just getting on board, wasn't he?
Then get the other.
So he's like starting this whole plan, and then Rick's gonna come stop him, and then Michonne's gonna be like, what the fuck? This is not good. She's gonna be pissed.
Government made Rick it off. Turn you over, and we all get a piece of change.
What?
I agree with you. He would have blinked.
Not you.
He
Is
took
he
it
doing
ahead of
this
time.
on his own because he said Rick's gonna,
Yeah.
he's not gonna do it. He's gonna pussy out, basically. So he just is taking this upon himself, isn't he?
He was the guy that came back to me on that rooftop. It's all on me. You know?
At least he's telling her that this is him. This is not Rick. Like, Rick wasn't gonna go through with it.
Right.
She's like, bitch, you're using my sword.
You know what? I figured you would have run.
Wanted my sword back before I get away.
I may go down that way.
I can't find Merle and Michonne. They're gone.
Yep. Are they gonna chase after him? Because that's
He's in
kind of
there.
scares
He's
me
looking for
too.
drugs. Yeah, he took her here. He missed it all. I'm going after him. I said I'd go,
Yeah.
I'll go. Plus, when they come back, you're going to be ready. Your family, too.
This
I wanna
scares
be with
me.
my brother.
You talk about the weight of what you have to do, how you can handle it. A bad man, someone truly evil, they're light as a feather. They don't feel a thing.
I like what she just said, though. Like, she's basically saying you're not a bad guy. Like, it's weighing you down. Therefore, you're not a bad
Hear what
dude.
that bastard's done. I know what it takes. I want to marry Maggie. And we don't have to have a wedding. I don't even know if it'll last a week. But I want her to know. Before...
You have my blessing.
Walker wedding. Sorry, I had to. He's like tying her up to that, and he knows she ain't gonna run. Not without her sword. I haven't seen a walk like that in a long time. Oh, that's nice and loud.
It's from that car?
I think so.
Jesus.
Oh, and here they come. Maybe it's the alarm is triggered when it's hot-wired, maybe? Oh, no. And of course she's tied up. Ugh. Ooh. Damn.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, really? Ooh, dang. She just wired through that neck.
Damn.
Oh, no. Glad he's a good shot, at least. Jeez.
Anyone who needs their piss bucket emptied and you come up running. Things are different for your brother.
Yeah, they are. It says jump, and he wants to know how high.
Rick needs him, respects him. Didn't ask him to do this little job now, did he? The truth is, this could have been your shot. Your skills, a whole new beginning. But you choose to stay on the outside.
It's easier that way for him.
No one's gonna mourn you. Not even Daryl. He's got a new family.
Keep trying to get under my skin. I'm gonna cut that tongue out. Your buddy's turning you over. Because he's trying to save his own ass. You're as much on the outside as I am, girl.
Maybe. Once the governor's done with me, at least I won't have to live with myself.
Is he trying to find, he keeps looking down at their hands. I think he's looking for a ring.
Are you serious?
He was looking at their hands, or like where their hands were on the fence. He's looking for a ring to give to Maggie.
I'll be damned.
Yep.
She's pissed about that.
She's like, hey, give me that back.
You said you killed 16 men since this thing started. You ever kill anyone before?
No.
And how about before Woodbury? Before you met him? So he saved your life.
Is that a
Cleaned you
no?
up. Why would you kill somebody else for him? You know we can go back.
Ain't happening.
We can just go back.
I can't go back. Don't you understand that? I can't.
Why?
Merle's opening up here a little bit.
Yeah.
You go back with him. Get ready for what's next.
What?
I got something I gotta do alone.
What the
What
hell?
the? I mean, I'm glad he's letting her go. I'm just confused.
What the shit, Merle?
Is he redeeming himself right
Yes,
now?
he is.
Is he gonna go try and kill the governor?
I believe so.
I really... Something he has to do on his own.
Some of the things she said really
I think it
resonated.
really did, because she's like...
I think it's a little bit of everything.
He didn't kill anybody before he met the governor, and then he killed 16 people for him. And...
Where's my brother? You killed him?
You let me go.
Don't let anyone come after me.
Don't let anyone come after me. I don't like this. Daryl's gonna somehow get, like, caught in crossfire or something, or, like...
No, don't say that.
Well, like, Merle's going to this place where he knows the governor's gonna be. Well, he's got the music blaring, so he's attracting the walkers to his car. Is he gonna lead them there? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. He's gonna lead them to wherever he was supposed to take Michonne or something. That's dangerous, though. It's a dangerous game. He's definitely leading them. Inch, inch, inch. Okay, is this the place? Yeah, this is the place. This is the meeting place. Okay. The walkers are a distraction. Okay.
Well, it's the lure. Or the... Oh, shit.
Oh. Yeah, you're... Sorry, buddy. You're done. He's gotten, what, four? 4 of them so far that I counted? Get him, get him, get him. Ooh, was that the kid? That looked like the kid. Ooh, ooh, now they're gonna know where he's at. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, they got him.
Yep.
Shit. Oh, shit. Kill him. Oh! He just
Holy
bit off
shit.
2 of his fingers. That's weird that Glenn cut off 2 of that walker's fingers and he bit off 2 of his.
Really, you're gonna relate the two?
Well, it's just happened.
I ain't begging you. No.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Wow.
He has led a suicide mission.
I'm
what it
thinking.
was.
I'm thinking he knew it was a.
He's trying to take out as much as he could.
And he knew it was a suicide mission. Otherwise, he wouldn't even have went.
Holy shit.
That, I mean, I guess that's a redemption right there. Because he was telling Michonne, I can't go back. I can't go back. So it was a suicide mission. Yes. Now we just have to find a preacher.
Good luck. Well, the dad.
Yeah, I suppose he could officiate.
Is there any rules in this society?
I don't think there's any rules. I think you could just say you're married at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Paperwork is not really a thing in the apocalypse.
No, it's
so
not.
I think he's going to tell him what's going down.
When I met with the governor, he offered me a deal. He said he would leave us alone if I gave him Michonne.
Rhymes. It's Rick Grimes.
I was gonna do that. To keep us safe.
But
then I changed my mind. Because I realized that was
I
a
changed my
horrible
mind.
idea. Yep.
Now Merle took Michonne to fulfill the deal, and Daryl went to stop him, and I don't know if it's too late. I was wrong not to tell you. I'm sorry.
He's just being honest,
He's
man.
being honest.
What I said last year, after the farm, it can't be like that. What we do, what we're willing to do, who we are, it's not my call.
It needs to be all of us. Yep, I agree.
I couldn't sacrifice one of us for the greater good because we are the greater good. We're the reason we're still here, not me. This is life and death. How you live, how you die, it isn't up to me. I'm not your governor. We choose to go. We choose to stay. We stick together.
Amen.
Yep.
We vote.
There you go.
We can stand, we can fight, or we can go.
Wow, look, there's like hardly none of them there anymore. It just seems like so sparse.
I know.
Oh, Michonne's back. What is going through his head? Like, did she kill Merle to get away? Like, what's going on?
About to find out.
Yep.
I hope he finds out what Merle did.
Oh, I know. I'm sure he will, because... Daryl's
gonna find out.
Daryl's there. Yep. I knew he was gonna be there. I really hope everybody's gone, though.
He's gonna know exactly what happened. He knows his brother did some shit.
Yeah, because who else would have done all this?
He knows. Oh no.
Oh no.
Son of a bitch.
Is that Walker, Merle?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Look at his... Oh no, and Daryl has to see this. Don't. Oh my gosh, he's gonna come. Don't hesitate, Daryl. Don't hesitate. Don't let it be Walker Merle that takes you out.
Oh man.
Okay, lip twitch. You gotta do it, Daryl. Do it. He did it. Okay. Damn.
He doesn't want to see that.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, so... that was hard to see Daryl getting emotional about his brother, because regardless of anything, he loved him, you know? And
He did.
He knew in that moment, I think, seeing all the destruction around him, that Merle had gone on a suicide mission. So he knew what Merle did.
He went to try to do the best that he could.
To kill as many of their fighting men.
And even the
as
governor
he could,
if possible.
Yeah. And, like, he had his sights aimed at the governor at one point, but he missed and shot the kid.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that was the kid that was
Yeah.
with Tyrese and Sasha.
Yeah.
I think his name is Ben.
I think so. He's dead.
I could be wrong, but he's dead, so I don't need to remember his name anymore. But yeah, he's dead. He's dead and gone. And at least 4 others
That were trained.
that were shot that I saw. I know he shot more than that, so I don't know how many are dead.
Right.
But those were like a lot of the fighting men. So
He took a lot of them with him.
yeah. So with the next episode being the season finale, I'm assuming that the governor is going to take this as a direct attack from Rick and them and company. That it was planned out somehow, even though it wasn't planned out. It was just Merle alone doing this.
Right.
But the governor's going to take this as, this was an attack. We need to go. They're probably going to go get all their stuff and go to war. Like,
so with that being said, I kind of want to back up.
Okay.
You know, I want to call this a redemption episode for Merle in general.
Definitely.
And how proud I am that he had a revelation on his own. He let Michonne go. The words that came out hit him. Like everything from this episode,
yeah.
Merle seemed to take that turn, which we were all hoping
we were all hoping that he would somehow be able to redeem himself and not be such a dick. Like, okay, you're always going to be kind of a dick, but that doesn't mean you're a bad person, right? Like, he may have grown up in an environment that kind of made him, you know, a little bit racist, a little bit a dick, a little bit violent, you know, whatever. All of that, like, that was kind of like a product of his upbringing, I think. But I think
the words
deep down
that came out in the conversation is, you know, with Carol saying her famous words.
Yeah.
Which is, I think,
because he said, you're not the same, like, weak little, you know, whatever.
Right.
And you've changed. And she's like, well, you can change too. Like, you might.
She said it in different words.
I can't remember the words that were used, but
she said, basically, you're changing too.
Yeah. And, like, you still have the ability to change, you know, people's perception of you. You still have that ability. And I think that was where he was starting to kind of...
What sucks is now he's gone because... made the turn.
No, exactly. Like, but would he have been able to keep it up is my question. Like, doing something big like this, like, what if he would have just turned around and came back? Like, that would have been a pretty good thing. You know, that would have been a step towards redemption to me. Like, you were going to do something shitty, you changed your mind, and you thought you did a good thing. But the fact that he is trying to help the prison in the only way he really knew how, destruction. Because let's face it, he's destructive, and he's a loose cannon, and all of that.
Well, I loved how he said, you know, I even am kind of amazed myself. You know, I'm a mystery to myself.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Is really...
Like, he doesn't even really quite know why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. And for him to make that sacrifice based on his good side of Merle,
right,
that we all was hoping for.
That's been kind of hidden this entire time.
But in this episode, I think it came to the forefront that maybe he was.
It was like a slow progression over this entire episode of him, like, realizing that there's only really one thing he can do at this point. He doesn't feel comfortable at the prison with all them people.
He wasn't conflicted in the end of his decision to sacrifice.
He knew what he was going to do. He didn't care. Like, I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to help my brother. I'm going to help his family. Because that's what Michonne had said in the car. Like, listen, Daryl, they're his family. And I think that kind of hit home with him too. Like, if I'm going to do something for Daryl, I need to do something for all of them at the prison.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you how excited I am about saying that. I'm so happy that the writers put that into Merle's character to end it that way. I don't know if you all agree with that, but this was a very feel-good moment for me to see him become the Merle that he needed to be.
Yeah, and
to show his brother the true meaning of, you know, it's not about me.
It's not about me. It's about, you know, you guys as a whole, your family, what you're doing.
He knows that Daryl loves those people.
He knows, and that's why he did what he did.
Yeah, so I'm super excited that he did that.
But I'm glad that we finally got to see the good in Merle, because like, this entire time we're like, oh, he's just a racist asshole, he's just a dick. Like, let's face it, he just like opened
Someone-
up to Michonne, like a black woman. Like
Yep.
he opened up to her, he let her go. But I think overall he sees the good in people, regardless of anything. And just like he said,
Unfortunately, that's a part of society that, you know.
and
you
that's
know
why
what-
I say I think it's because of his upbringing, why
Yeah.
he is the way he is.
Yeah, it is. It is,
And he's
it's
still
all.
he's still a racist, you know, and he can still be a dick, but he's not all bad. I guess that's
based
the
on
point.
how you're raised. I mean, and
It can really mold a person.
well, it does.
Yeah.
It does. If you hear racist remarks in your home life, you're going to tend to always have
Yeah.
a little bit of that. But when, you know, you get older and you know, start to learn and stuff and learn that people, you know, look, we're one race, the human race.
And that you can't judge a book by its cover. Like
Exactly.
you cannot judge people based on anything other than their character.
That's exactly right.
You have to judge each individual based on them, based on their character. Doesn't matter what color skin, what if it's a male, female, none of that
Although I
matters.
feel that this world has made tremendous strides, I also feel that there's
a lot
still
of work,
the
a lot of work that
yes.
still needs to be done. As far as like, we just need to all come together, all quit being so closed-minded. You know, just
Well, it goes back to this, and I hope that this resonates. If I don't say one thing else, you know, it's we're one race. We really are.
Yep.
And it is the human race. It doesn't matter if you're Chinese or Asian.
it doesn't matter
it doesn't
where in the
matter if
world you
you're,
are.
or American or South American, or, you know, it's all about how we treat each other as individuals. And
Yep.
Merle hopefully got it in the end.
I think he was getting it there at the end. Like, look, like, I've grown up a certain way to believe that I don't like, you know, these type of people, and I don't like these type of people, like Asians and black people. Like,
Well, you could tell he had a stereotype
he has
for every single
everything,
one of them.
everything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
especially with like Glenn and like, oh, with like just calling him Chinese all the time, and, you know, and it's like,
Right.
and then like
I'm
towards
Korean.
yeah.
Right.
And then towards the end there, he started seeing, I even think he started to see Glenn for who he was, Michonne for who she was.
He needed this redemption moment for
Yeah.
all the bad things he's done.
Yeah,
And I feel he eclipsed that for him.
yeah.
Although the
Well, I mean,
actions
giving
were,
your life to...
although the actions were done and in the past, and that's something that people may
Well,
some
people
may
will
remember.
and especially
for that.
Glenn and Maggie probably, because, you know, it's pretty bad what Merle did. Granted, I don't know that he would have gone that far if he wouldn't have been with the governor.
I don't know. I can't say that because
I don't
when
know,
he was
like,
on
I
that
think
rooftop, he was
he was mad, but like, he made it a point in this episode to say that before he had met the governor, he hadn't killed anyone, and not after he left the governor. Like, he killed 16 people under the governor's order. So I think working with the governor kind of like changed his perception of what you have to be in this world, and that kind of molded who he was in the decisions that he made as far as taking Glenn and Maggie. I think if he would have just been on his own, let's say, he would not have done that. He would have like just begged them to come back, or he would have just listened to them.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to disagree with you on that. I think
Yeah.
Merle was still in a different set of mind. I mean, even when he was on the rooftop with everybody,
Yeah.
and
Oh, he was a complete dick then.
and using. I mean, he needed little things to happen.
I think everything that happened, he needed to happen.
He saw what the dynamic that was going on in that prison.
Yeah.
Okay, he saw the dynamic. He saw that
yeah.
his brother was actually had a family for once. And maybe that's
Yeah.
what Merle, you know, I like to think a little bit deeper than what the storyline goes. I like to put in my little understanding of it. And I think Merle
Fill
saw,
in the blanks
yeah,
a little bit.
I like
yeah.
to fill in the blanks with what I think Merle took this as, and I feel really good about why Merle did what he did and what he saw for Daryl.
No, and I agree. I feel really. I mean, it's sad that it had to be so final. It's sad that it had to be him dying in the end.
It was a heroic death.
But it
and
was,
he did what he...
in all reality, it was a heroic death. Very weird, like we don't look at Merle as a hero, for sure, because he's so erratic and crazy, and
I look at it as a heroic effort, what he did.
But what he did in that one action, not just one action, letting Michonne go too, so that was technically 2 actions. In his final moments, his actions, it proved that he was doing something heroic.
Yeah, and I also like the fact that Rick addressed the group and said about the dictatorship
and said, no, "This, I was wrong. Maybe it was right for that moment in that time to get them through what they were going through at that time. But right now, the right thing is to make decisions as a group."
You know, and that's just the thing is, when you're in a situation like this, people are not going to agree, and you can see the split decisions on, whether to deliver Michonne and whether to...
Well, I think mostly, Daryl disagreed, even Merle disagreed.
Everybody did but Rick, and I think Rick understands now that it has to be a democracy because of the fact that we need to vote on things, because I may
make the wrong decisions sometimes.
Yes, right.
And I may not see all points of view sometimes.
I'll tell you what, that's the one thing I try and do is...
see multiple points of view.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even with, I'll use coaching for instance, I've told the guys that, I coach with, look, this isn't, I'm not running. I may have a stamp to it, but this is our decision. You know, if something works, we're going to try that. We're going to vote together. Who do we think? That's how you get things done. And those decisions that are made when it's pure and it's real are 95% right with very little error.
Right.
Because you all made it together. You did the right thing.
Right.
Boom. Done.
And even if it may not seem like the right thing in that moment, like, if you all made that decision together, there was a reason you made that decision to do that, whatever it may be. Yeah. So 9 times out of 10, you probably made the right choice. Maybe not in the short term, but maybe in the long run, or whatever. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, you guys.
I did too.
It was definitely
deeper than what than just the shows itself.
Very deep.
We could have went through it and just got out of here and not discussed it, but it went a hell of a lot deeper.
Because it goes beyond just like what Merle did. Yeah, Merle did what he did, and that's a big thing. But I like to kind of understand why people make the choices they make.
And I'd like to see your comments in this, because I think this is kind of a huge episode of how you saw the Merle change and what you thought the inside story is, kind of like I did. I just kind of pieced together what I felt he did and why he acted the way he did. But I'd like to see your comments, because like I said, it's a democracy. I can be swayed,
Well, yeah, was it in your opinion, was it a heroic thing what he did? Did he redeem himself? Did he do it for Daryl? Did he do it for the group? Did he do it for himself? What are your guys' thoughts on just the whole Merle situation and what went down?
And I think we gave our opinion on what we felt about it, but we'd like to hear yours as well, because
we always like to hear your guys' opinions.
Absolutely. It's an interesting show. And also, I want to tell everybody, thank you so much. We officially, this morning, I took a snapshot at 4 in the morning. I had woke up and we were at 99.99. And Craig,
at some point this morning, I can't remember what time.
Craig sent me a snapshot of the actual 10.
Yep.
And so it's been bouncing around there.
It's kind of gone I think the last time I checked it was 9997.
Yeah.
So you lose some, you gain some, it's always works that way.
But the fun thing is, we did it. We hit it with you, and thank you so much for that. We're just going to continue to grow and do this thing, and thank you so much for all the support, all the love, all the comments, all the great things you do for us by watching this show, and I hope you appreciate what we're giving you as well. But,
yeah, and we are going to be doing a live stream for the 10,000. But I figured since we're so close to being to the season finale, that we would combine it into one.
I think that would be
so
good.
I'm thinking like this weekend. When will this episode go up? On Wednesday? And then the season finale will go up on Friday. So I'm thinking like maybe Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday would be better.
Yeah, we can, and we'll do a live stream that day, like whenever, probably in the afternoon to evening time. Usually, we do it around 6ish.
We try to do it about 6 o'clock
But
Central Standard Time.
We'll keep you guys updated for sure on exact things, but just kind of be prepared for it to be like this weekend sometime.
But we're gonna take a trip down memory row with the Game of Thrones and starting out and talking about that. Kind of how this all got started for us.
For some of you that don't know, like, we started with Game of Thrones, and so we just want to share all that with you because it's a big deal for us.
Yeah, it is. And now that we're just getting tread, we're really excited about keeping this going.
Oh, yeah.
So we're super excited about the future. But we're really happy where we're at, and we want to thank you so much.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Frickin' privilege, man. A frickin' privilege, and we love every single one of you, seriously.
We really do, and
you make our day.
Yeah, you guys do. And we'll go ahead and end this video here, but thank you guys so much for watching this video with us and subscribing to get us to that 10K mark.
Yes.
Please leave a like on this video. Leave your comments and questions down below.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. And bang that bell. And we hope that you guys have an amazing and awesome day.
Everyone, hope amazing happens to you. Peace out.